Hi, Megan. This is Pam Six. I am Jennifer's English teacher. I just thought I'd show you a video and show you the easiest way to go in and check her stuff. And it's like this for all of her classes too. So the best way to go in is to go into her grade tab up here. So if I click on that grade tab, it's going to pull up her grades for the class and kind of what she has her feedback. So if there is a 0 on anything, that means it's missing, okay? So, or if there's a 1, that means she submitted something that was random or a blank assignment. So she could have submitted like the wrong assignment to that Dropbox. She could have submitted something that was from a completely different class. A lot of times it's done a mistake, but there are a lot of times it's done on purpose just to get rid of late notifications so parents don't know there's something missing. And then unless they come in and check the grade book, then they kind of see, oh, they're missing quite a bit of stuff. So for this assignment, she handed something in that got rid of that notification. So that's what the 1 is there for her. She had the opportunity to redo it, but she did not take the opportunity. These assignments are now closed. And I'll come back to that in a second about her being able to possibly turn something in. So here she did the same thing. She actually turned something in, but she didn't actually do the assignment the right way. She wasn't writing to prompt. She was writing something completely different. So there can't be a score for that because there was whatever she turned in was not the actual assignment that needed to be completed, right? So then she turned this in. She did not do this Unit 2 quiz, so that's a 0. Same thing here. She turned in a random or blank assignment, which is another 1. She did it again, another random or blank assignment. So she is turning in blank things to just get rid of the notifications so you don't get them. So this is when I start to call this habitual. So this is when I'm like, if you keep doing it, you're not allowed to resubmit. However, if we can sit down and have a conversation and she understands that we absolutely need to start doing the assignments and not just turning random and blank work in, then it's fine. So the quizzes, she has Unit 4 test. Obviously, it looks like she's probably guessing on these. 2 out of 30, 2 out of 5. All of the quizzes and tests are set up for 2 attempts, so you can try it once, and if you don't do well the first time, they can try it again, and it only brings up the questions you missed to try and get those answered right, and hopefully at least get a couple more right. So she's missing those, or it looks like she hasn't resubmitted or done the second attempt there. Her interim is obviously low. She did not do her logical fallacies quiz, and her rhetoric quiz, it looks like she, we can see if she used her second attempt or not real quick. Pull this up. No, it's not telling me if she used her second attempt on there. So with that, so that's kind of where we're at for her grades. It looks like she's just randomly submitting things. So if she has a 0, then that means that it wasn't submitted. This 1 for me means that it was a random or blank submission. In another class, they probably will just give a 0. I do this in my own class because I've had issues in the past with it when I worked at another online school. And it's something that I just started, and it usually gets rid of students doing this, so I don't have like 50 students trying to just get rid of a notification. So currently where we're at in classes, we are in this Unit 5. So this interim is still open. So right now, and Unit 4 is still open. So my rule for working on any units that are closed, and Unit 3, 2, and 1, they're all closed right now. So she's actually not even able to access them to go back and complete any work because they are closed. And I've like in live sessions, I talked to students, I sent multiple emails saying that those assignments would be closing on October 31st. And and that they were to have those assignments made up, completed between now and the 31st. And so many students took advantage of that, some did not. So right now those are closed. So Unit 4 is open. So she's allowed to redo any of these quizzes as long as she hasn't used her second attempt. Same with the interim. Same with this rhetoric quiz, logical fallacies quiz, right? So currently this is where we are. This logical fallacies quiz is what we did in class this week. So my rule is if they have a C or higher on their assignments, specifically Dropbox assignments, but also I want them to use both attempts on their quiz. They have to at least try both of the attempts on their quiz. I will go back and open up some of these assignments that are closed out. So what the student has to do is they have to email me saying, Mrs. Six, all my work is caught up from all the available units that are open. I'm going to go check and make sure that that they've used all their test attempts. As long as they've done that, then I will go back and I will open up assignments for them. They have to tell me specifically which assignment they want opened up the time, and I give them 1 week to work on it. So, for example, if she wants to go in and work on this 11 paragraph assignment, she can do that. She has to email me and say, Mrs. Six, I want to work on the 11 point of view paragraph. I will open it for 1 week, and then she can work on it over that week. And then after that week, I set a timer on it, it automatically will shut out. And so if she doesn't get it done within that week, then her attempt or her try to get it finished will be gone, right? So I do that because it takes teachers a long time to go in and individually open assignments back up for students. So I do it one at a time to let me know if students are serious about working. Because a lot of times they'll say, can you open up all the assignments? And then I'll spend 30 minutes opening up all their assignments and then they don't complete one assignment. So it becomes very cumbersome if you have like 30 students who want assignments open and then I'm spending 30 minutes on all 30 of those students opening up work that they decide that they may or may not complete. So I have them guarantee me that they're going to do it. So it's kind of our, like, my policy for that. All right. So checking the gradebook is the best way. I would sit down with her and I would look at her gradebook and I would just ask, well, what is this? What is this? Why do you have a 1 here? Why is there a 1? Why is this a 0? And no, like going with the knowledge to tell her, well, Mrs. Six sent me a video saying you're allowed to resubmit assignments as often as you want as long as the assignment's not closed out. And you have 2 attempts on every quiz. So if you haven't taken both of those attempts, then you need to do that. So then we are getting ready to, I will tell you, Unit 5, next week, we are getting ready to do a paragraph. So there's a few quizzes next week and a paragraph that's going to be done. And then the week after that, there is a project worth 50 points. She absolutely needs to make sure to do this project because that's going to affect her grade quite a bit. And then so is this paragraph assignment that needs to be completed. So there are quite a few things that are coming down, and then we have these assignments right before Christmas break, and then that sends them off into Christmas break. And I will tell you that I am going to open up every closed auto-graded quiz over Christmas break, so they can go back in and work. So anything that was closed from early on in the beginning, that's auto-graded. So like the literary terms quiz, this capitalization quiz, this unit test, I'm reopening all of those because it will give them the opportunity to go back in and try all of those second attempts if they haven't done so, and hopefully raise their grades a little bit more than they are now. So that is her grade. I will tell you, give me 1 second and I'll go in and look at her other classes too. All right. So this is her algebra class. Her grade is at 33% in algebra. So I'm looking at some of the things that she has here. 0 out of 10, don't forget you can retake the assessment to raise your grade. You're also allowed to use your notes. So it looks like she's definitely needing to retake some things. 0 out of 2. Yeah. So her grades, it looks to me like she might be guessing on a lot of things coming in. And they're probably around Unit 4.2 right now. So I would definitely maybe have a conversation with the math teacher as well. And then let me look really quick at that's business. This is science. See what her science grade looks like. I'm imagining it's about the same for everything. Yeah, her science grade looks about the same. Yeah, lots of zeros in there. Yeah. So I will tell you, I'll kind of give you a heads up what happens if she fails a class. So math, English, science, or social studies. I believe it's for all of them. For English, definitely. If she's failing at the end of semester 1, she will get moved to what's called credit recovery. And basically what credit recovery does is it's an entire year of that subject in a one semester. So it's a lot of work in one semester, but it gives them the opportunity to try and pass for the year and not have to go to summer school. But I tell my students that, I mean, the credit recovery teachers are great, but it's a lot of work in a semester, and I would not want to be there doing it. But, I mean, it's an option. So even if we can't get her passing at least all 4 of those core classes, and let me look at her other, so this is business. If we can't get her passing all of those other classes, I definitely would at least get her trying to pass 2 of them. Yeah, it looks like she might be failing everything at this point. Business, algebra we looked at. This is history. Business will not be credit recovery. She will just fail that class and just won't get the credit. Yeah, it's the same in all of them. So she's failing all of her classes right now and all of her core classes. So I would go through, I really would. I would, at this point, I would try to get her passing them all if possible. If not, I would pick 2 courses and I would make sure to get her passing 2 and then maybe have the other 2 in credit recovery for semester 2. That's definitely an option for her. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or you can email me. But hopefully this was helpful for you. I know that it's hard when you have someone struggling and you don't necessarily know how to get in and check all of their stuff. But it does look like she's going through and kind of trying to get rid of the notifications so that's not coming to you, because if something's late, then you get that notification. So it looks like she's doing that in all of her classes. So it would be hard on your end unless you're in there looking at her grade book to know that she's not passing. So definitely go in and sit down with her and look at the grade book for all of our classes. And I guess maybe just have that honest conversation of, look, this is what needs to happen, and you either need to work or you're going to be getting moved. So it has to be that that realization moment where she's about to fail her first entire semester of freshman year. So. All right, sorry, that was very lengthy, but hopefully was helpful for you. If you have questions, please let me know.